My hands knit, stitch after stitch. Yarn shows the way, and I learn how to be brave.
Hi there, my name is Laura and I'm coming to you from Finland. I am polyamorous in life and in my knitting, and this podcast is mostly about my knitting. I haven't been recording for a while, but I thought that I would make a small recap from last year, which was 2023, and then I'll show some of my FOs, which I have surprisingly many because most of them are small. But let's get started. I'm showing to you this knitting bingo from last year. So these were my plans for 2023, and I have marked with a little heart all the things that I made. So there are these birthday sweaters, and I did a brioche for the first time, and then I finished a sweater, and I sticked. It was a practice stick, but anyway, I finished my second ranunculus and second lento. So there are a lot I didn't make, but that's okay because they were just plans. And actually, I have moved most of them to this year's plans, so it's fine. Yeah, that's that. Then I did made a small mark for everything I finished. So I finished 4 socks and 9 hats and 2 shawls or scarves and 12 sweaters and 1 cardigan, and then 3 other things. So I think all in all, this last year was pretty good, although I couldn't knit properly for 2 or 3 months because I injured my wrist. But anyways, I got to knit this much, so I'm happy. My wrist is a lot better now, except the last few days it has been a bit sore because I knit too much and I did some push-ups and stuff like that, so it got a bit sore again. So I'm trying not to knit today, so my wrist can rest. It is mostly okay now. Yeah, I think I'll talk about some FOs now. So in that last year's bingo, there was this Pohjola sweater that I didn't finish last year, but I finished this a few days ago. So I'm wearing my Pohjola sweater, which I started on Christmas Eve on 2022. So it took a bit over a year. So you can see the color work here. And in the last month I finished all of this. I think if I get to take some proper pictures, I will put them somewhere here. But anyway, I knit this in, I have a tag in this Saimaa wool. So it was DK weight Finn sheep wool. It is really just a beautiful yarn, a soft woolly yarn. And the color is like this sheep's natural black. It's not black, it's brown actually, but you know, the black sheep is brown. And the color work yarn was this Kaarama yarns, Kainuun harmas, this yarn, and it is very soft and very rustic and nice yarn. Karmanyyrikki. Harmas. So Kainu Harmas is another indigenous sheep. Not race. But yeah, you know. So Finn sheep and Kainu Harmas, which is like Kainu grey. Very, very soft and warm rustic yarn. Yeah. I had a few issues with this. The pattern was nice. I like the pattern. It is by Jenna Kostet from this knitted Kalevala book. But the problem was that I have lost quite a lot of weight and centimeters from my body last year. So I started the size small, and then I realized that it was going to be way too big for me because there is already like a lot of positive ease on that pattern. So what I did, that after I finished the color work on the hem, then I decreased to the smallest size. So this upper body and sleeves are size extra small. But then, and the other problem I had was that my gauge was like, when I started, I had this really loose color work gauge. And then I got this ring, which helps me to knit the color work. And then my color work gauge got a lot tighter. So I had a bit of issues with that. So there was this, after the color work, there was like in here, it was like very loose, even though I did the decreases. So I just, after I finished this, I did some mattress stitch here, so I took a few centimeters in from like a couple of places here. I think it's okay now, and I like the fit. I like that it's loose, but on the sleeves it's snug. I'm pretty satisfied with this, but it's not perfect. I have yet to knit a perfect sweater, so I hope that this year I will make a perfect sweater. Maybe. Then I think that is enough of this Pohjola sweater. I have 5 other FOs, and they are all hats. This is one of them. This is Positivity Beanie by Tori Yu. And there are these smiley faces here all over the beanie. And there is a reason that I knit this, because I was watching another knitting pod by Leena. She's an American podcaster, and I love her podcast. And I was watching a podcast of hers at my babe's house. So he's my boyfriend's house. And he saw that he was like, she was making a positivity beanie for herself in like this blue and white. And I was thinking that, or saying that, oh, I would never like, it's like, I'm not like this like person that, you know, smileys are not my thing. I'm more prone to depression and all the dark stuff. and he was saying that, no, you should make that beanie that whenever you are feeling depressed, then if you wear it, you will feel better. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna make that. And he wanted to buy the pattern for me so I could make positivity beanie for myself. So I did, in this dark gray and black, so you can't really see the smiley faces, but I know they're there. I hope this will cheer me up when I'm depressed. So this main yarn is Regia Yak Merino Yak Premium Merino Yak in anthracite, and these black smiley faces is knit in Arvetta, Filkkolana Arvetta black. And so I really like the fit. I'm thinking that I'm knitting another one, but without these smiley faces. Maybe some I'll modify the color work somehow so they're like just round things. But I really like this. And then another FO that I have shown you as a whip is this Metsätontun lakki by Nina Suutari, Finnish designer. So it means like a forest gnome's hat. Let me show it to you on my head. It is like this. So I decided that, because I really enjoyed knitting color work with this beanie and with this Pohjola sweater, that I wanted to just finish this for the Jule, Christmas, yeah. So I did, and I have worn this quite a lot. I've worn this through Christmas, inside and outside. It is fun. Really not my style, but sometimes it's good to go outside your comfort zone. But I really like this, and I liked knitting this a lot. And when I was knitting this, my 15-year-old son came to me and said, "Mom, I want a hat like that. Will you make me one?" And when a teenager asks you to knit something for them, you do that. So that's what I did. I didn't finish this for the Christmas, but a bit maybe in the days between Christmas and New Year's. So this yarn is Jalovilla Vuona, which is Finnish sheep like single, and it is just a beautiful yarn. It's really soft, and he's been wearing this at home a lot because it's been freezing. Outside it was like minus 35 degrees Celsius for a few days, and in our house it was like 14 to 16 degrees Celsius, so it was really cold. I don't know what that's in Fahrenheit, but cold. So we have been wearing a lot of wool inside too. So these two Metsätontun lakkis I finished, and I really enjoyed knitting them. Then next hat that I finished was a spur hat by Hiromi Nagasawa, and my brother asked me to knit him a beanie. It was a few months ago when I couldn't really knit a lot, so I knit it now than I can. I don't have it with me, but I have a picture. I'll insert it here, somewhere here, and I knit it in Retrosarja Mondim red. I don't remember the number, but anyway. Yeah, I hope that he is happy with it. I think it suits him quite well. So it was like, it is knit in different kinds of ribbing, so 2 by 2 and 1 by 1, and then the crown part of the head is knit in brioche. It was quite a nice knit. I think I'm going to make another one for someone or for myself. I don't know yet, but I really like Mondim, the yarn. It is actually a sock yarn, but there's no nylon in it, so I don't know if it is very durable, but I love knitting with it. It is bouncy in just the right way, and I love knitting garments and hats and stuff, everything with it. Yeah, so that was that. And the last hat FO was when I was planning to make that spur hat for my brother. His daughter said that, why won't you knit me a beanie too? And she had a birthday coming up. It was on January 4th, so I had to knit that hat for her birthday. And I asked her that if she wants like one colored or two, or maybe like this smiley beanie like mine, and she wanted the smiley beanie, so I made another positivity beanie for her, and I knit that one in Mondim as well. Was like some magenta, and the other was left over from my hinterland sweater, and it was navy. So I'll insert a picture because they don't live in Kajaani, so, and I don't have those beanies here, but I hope they enjoy them. Well, that was all of my FOs, and I think I have been quite quick with this. So let's move on to my whips, and I am going to show you just one because I've been knitting those things that have finished, and now I have mostly been knitting this one because that I'm going to show you because I want to finish it and I want to wear it. And this is the Weekender Crew by Andrea Maury. So she has like three Weekender sweater patterns, and this is the most recent one. This is, the others have like this boat neck, and this has a crew neck, so the neck part won't come quite as high. So I finished the body, and I have can you see anything? Not a lot. I have to knit the sleeves and the neck thing, and I'm knitting this in this yarn. It is unspun Icelandic wool. This is Plötulopi. I'll show you the tag. So the annoying thing with this yarn is that it breaks very easily. Like if you pull the yarn too much, it's just. But I've been knitting carefully and maybe breaking the yarn only like 5 or 7 times. It breaks like this. But it is really, really light, and it is very affordable. There is 300 meters in this 100 cake, and I have used like 1.5, so I think this will be enough for the sleeves. So it doesn't look like much, but I hope that it will be just a warm and cozy and lightweight sweater for me. I don't have that much positive ease because in the pattern it says like 20 centimeters or more, and I have, well, I don't actually know, maybe 10 or less, maybe 5 centimeters of positive ease. But I think I like that fit better because the previous weekender sweater I made, the worsted weight one, it's too big. Well, I was a lot bigger when I made it, but I think it was too big even then. I have been wearing it a lot because it's, before I finished this, it was my warmest sweater, so, and it was freezing in here. But I would like to have one with less positive ease. I think 10 centimeters is the sweet spot for me. Yeah, well, the first first weekender was the worsted weight, and it was, the construction was a lot simpler. Like there's, like it was just knit up and then bind off basically, but there's like a lot of shaping in here and on the shoulders and on the neckline, and but it's not at all difficult. It's just some, you have to think a bit more. But I think I like this crew neck. And I'm going to make the fingering weights one also one day, and I was thinking that maybe I'll make that one with the crew neck because I think I like that better. So we're like 20 minutes in. Maybe I can tell you about my plans also. I have some great like Morocco mint green tea in here. I really like it. Yeah. I have made some new bingos for this year. This is the first one I made. So in here I just have like the patterns I already have the yarn for. So I have made a lot of yarn purchases last year, and I always buy for some certain pattern, but I haven't had time to make them because I've maybe been too eager to plan and buy the yarn. And I've been buying the yarn like gradually, not all this at once, because I couldn't afford it. But anyway, this is the most important thing, because I have promised to make things for my family for their birthdays, and I couldn't. So this is that I have to finish the last year's present. So there are the Montrealer and the Seer and the Death Star. The Seer is for my 17-year-old who turned 18 this year, and the Death Star is for the 15-year-old, and the Montrealer is for my husband who turned 50 last year. So I hope that I can make these quite like in the near months. And then there is Kuutar by Sari Nordlund. Hari is a shawl by Anna Heino. Vaaka cardigan number 2, so that it will be a smaller one for me, is by Anna Johanna. Soldatna crop is by Caitlin Hunter. LYS is a cardigan by Andrea Maury. Drama is a colorwork, like yoke sweater by Jennifer Steingas. Birds of a Feather is a shawl by Andrea Maury. Hehku is a woolen dress by Anna Johanna. Tenya is this little mark means that I have started it already, that I want to finish it. It is a summer sweater by Caitlin Hunter. Elton is not the cardigan but the pullover, is by Jouhi Locatelli. Little black skirt is a skirt by Skein Knits. Halu is a beautiful like lace sweater by Caitlin Hunter. Aurora cabin shawl I started it like the year before last. It was Boxing Day, I think. It is a shawl by Stephen West. Coran is a cardigan by Rebecca Clow. Ginny is a cardigan by Andrea Maury. Camisole number 9 is a camisole by My Favorite Things Knitwear. Via Hante is one that I started like a year and a half ago. I am hoping to finish it. It is a shawl or like a poncho thing by Martina Behm. Cargill is a beautiful like drop stitch, all over drop stitch pattern sweater by Rebecca Clow. Keridwen is like a tunic by me. Pohjolan Emäntä is a sweater by Jenna Kostet. Staple Linen is like a linen summery shirt by Jouhi Locatelli. Golden Hall shawl is by Nicole Larkin York. Frank is a shawl by Jouhi Locatelli. And Saari is a cardigan by Jenna Kostet. So these are all the things I'm planning to make. Probably won't be able to make all of them next year, but I hope to be making them like someday. And yeah, then I made another bingo and I wrote here that there is no time limit, so I can make these anytime, or like throughout my life. So I put all of the knitting books and magazines here that I haven't made like anything of, or maybe just one thing, but I want to make more things. So the plan is that I will make something from every book and magazine I own. And I got 3 new knitting books from Habibi for Christmas, because there was a sale on the Leeni, like their website, and I hinted to him that, well, there's this sale and there are these, like I made a list of books that I like, so I was hoping to get 1 for Christmas, but he bought 3 because they were quite affordable back then. So what I got was this Great Shetland Adventure Knits, which is a beautiful book. Maybe I'll show it. It's here. And there are it is a really nice and lovely book. There are lovely pictures also. And the thing is that I'm really into Scotland and like in every way. I love all things Scottish and Shetland also I think I'm making this one first, this beautiful shawl. And yeah, so there's some more texture from it. And this was my, I hope that this at least, I would be getting at least this, because it's Shetland, you know, why not? And I hope to visit Shetland and Scotland one day, and like not just as a tourist, but I hope to visit those places like properly. And obviously I'm like Shetland wool and all the knitting culture there is very interesting to me. Yeah, so this was the first one. Then I got this. This is an older book by Veera Välimäki. So it is stripes, Raidat, and all the patterns are stripy. And I'm making at least this summer tunic thing. But there are a lot of really nice patterns in here. Yes, this must not be very interesting that I am freaking through this book. I'm just trying to find something to show you. Well, you can look online what's inside this. But this was one of them. And then I got this. This is Kontrasti in Finnish, but Contrast in English. And it is by Meiju KP. And there are a lot of really, really lovely patterns in here. And this book is huge. And there's a lot to see and a lot to knit. And there were a lot of patterns I was admiring and wanting to make. But you saw my plans. It will be a while until I get to this. There's one. Stream Road. A lace sweater. Where's the... And there's this hoodie. I think this was Long Road. Yeah, it was Long Road. Where's the one? Here. Reflections. This was so beautiful. So, a lot of new things and plans and old plans I will make. So last night I was flicking through my Leeni magazines. I have a few. Well, I have 9. So I have 8 that I haven't made anything out of. So I was flicking through them and thinking that what will I would like to make from them. Yeah. Then I had like things that I've been thinking. So first of all, I need cardigans. I don't have like fitting cardigans. I'm giving one to my son's girlfriend or spouse, because it fits her a lot better, the color and everything. And I use a lot of cardigans. I love cardigans. So I'm gonna have to knit those. So there were a few on my, like this bingo, like there was the LYS and Ginny and Saari. And then I have another book that I bought myself, well actually two, but I got this Urban Knit by Leeni Hoimela. So there is this really popular pattern that is Syli. It is a really basic cardigan, but with like this. There's this stitch pattern. I think it's broken rib. I don't have the yarn for this yet, but I'm going to make, because that looks like just the basic thing that you would, you know, wear every day. And another book was this Knitting for Olive. So there's lots of these really classic, beautiful patterns. And where is the one I'm going to make? There was this wrap, like this one. I had one like this, but I gave it to my ex-girlfriend, so, and I never got it back, because, well, I didn't actually want it back, but I've been missing it now, the cardigan, I mean, and I want one like those wrap cardigans. I think it would be really nice. And actually, I think that now that I lost a bit of weight, then it would look quite nice on me also. So those were like my book plans, but then I have because I have been planning so well before and buying yarn for all my plans, so I thought that I wouldn't buy yarn this year. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna buy yarn, but I'm the most important thing is to knit those plans that I have made and use those yarns that I have bought, but I'm probably gonna buy some yarn for things that I need, or maybe if someone asks me to knit something for them, then obviously I don't have yarn for those things. And if I want to, or the Syli cardigan, I will have to buy some yarn, but I wouldn't. The plan is that I won't be buying like a lot of yarn, because I have a pretty nice stash at the moment, even though all the yarn is like going to a certain project. Well, not all the yarn, but most of the yarn. And then another thing, that I'm not going to buy patterns, because I have a lot of books and I have a lot of patterns in my library. So I would, if I need to make something, the first thing I will do is I will just look through my library and see if I have some things usable there. Because, well, like you knitters might know, that when you see some lovely new pattern that is released and you want that, then you buy it, and then you don't have time to knit everything. So I'm not going to buy patterns unless I need them. And then, as I still have a lot of whips, I have like 14, I think, at the moment. I am hoping to finish those first, or I'm not gonna finish all of them before I cast on something new, but I was thinking that I have to finish 2 of my whips and then I can start 1. So gradually the number of my whips is going to be smaller because, well, 14 isn't that much, but I think that 10 would be like perfect. Then I would have like a project for every situation. Yeah, so those are my 2024 knitting plans, and I have no other plans in life right now. I'm going to keep on exercising and hoping to build some muscle and like so I will hope to be in better condition at the end of the year than I am in now. Because, well, the change that happened last year was significant for me. So I didn't move at all, almost at all, at the like a year ago. But now I'm like exercising maybe 5 times a week. I'm going to the gym. I go swimming at least 1 time a week, and some not well. We haven't been doing acro yoga very like every week like now, but we are hoping that we will be getting to that. But for that I need the muscle and strength, because it is, well, if you are going to do some acrobatic things over another person, then you have to be able to hold your like core and stature. Yeah, the kids are growing and I'm mentally preparing for them to move out. No, they are maybe not doing that, but one day they will, and it will be okay. Life goes on, and I'm spending time with Babe and spending time with my family and going to the choir once a week and singing. I love it. I really love singing in the choir. And maybe I'll make some music too. I haven't been making a lot of music in the past years, or maybe like a few songs a year, but not that much. And I hope that I will be getting to that too, because that is one thing that I really love. So those are my 2024 plans, and thank you for watching. I've really enjoyed talking to you again. Happy stitches. Bye bye.